masters of speed. This is Formula One.
Welcome to Britain then. It's another setup video. We're in the ART car. We're starting on pole, so let's hope we can keep it. Let's go and get into this. So while we wait for the lights to go out, you know where it is. 3 laps, 5 red lights. Show you how the setup behaves, how the car handles. I'm going to need to leave a lot of space for my Miata. I've gone a little bit deep, and that's okay. As long as I got this one covered off. Need the tyres to warm up to be sending dives like that. But we're okay, we managed to pull it off. Like I said, these cars, well, they set up these cars are so much better to drive other than the previous iterations of F2 cars. I remember I couldn't make a setup last year, or in last year's game, without complaining of understeer. But these cars are just so planted. Just really, really good all round. As always, the setup is at the end of the video. As I've gone deep. Let me know what you think of it. Because obviously a better man would be a lot faster than me, as Miata is really trying to send one up the inside, but that door's going to close. This is so planted, especially when the tyres warm up as well. There are bumps down this main straight, so you gotta try and play avoid the bumps. Absolutely love Silverstone. It's just a shame in the F1 cars, grip is not great. Reason why I'm pulling out to almost the middle of the circuit is to avoid bumps. Very, very much unsettle the car. And what actually happens if you hit all those bumps at Silverstone, they lose you a lot of time. Especially in qualifying. You can lose up to half a tenth just on hitting bumps. The 13 ain't not great. Able to keep the cars behind though. Probably a 42. Like I said, I'm really enjoying making these setups. Absolutely love driving these F2 cars. It's a really poor lap. Really poor lap indeed. Should be doing a lot better than that. Alright, let's see if I can stay ahead of the DRS. The dashboard is a little bit green, so it looks like we're up on our time, which is nice. Up on it by about 2.5 tenths. Like I said, it's not about the result. It's just about showing you guys what the setup does, how it handles, how it behaves. And yeah, as I'm not going to be able to get this or stop that from happening, as I absolutely violate Miata to go across the line. P1 setups next. So this is the way I went with the Britain setup then, and as always, I really hope it helps. Do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's have a look. So I've gone with 30 on the front wing and 19 on the rear. The car is very, very stable through Maggots and Becketts, and that's exactly what you need. Not only that, the chicane at the end of the circuit can be very, very tricky in F1 cars, so you need that stability. But with that being said, I feel that this setup is very, very good for stability. If you want to peel away more wing, do so. Make sure that you change your setup to suit yourselves. You could probably get away with running something like 27, 17 maybe. I ran 27, 17, but I felt that I was losing a lot more time in the corners, and on a circuit that, whilst Britain is a high-speed circuit, there are still more corners than there are straights. So this one, 30-19, seemed to work very, very well. Onto the transmission, I've gone with 25 on, 75 off. You could by all means run 20-80, you could run 30-70, you could run 40-60. Wouldn't recommend going any lower than that, but you know, for the sake of this setup, I've gone with 25% on, 75% off, and it works. But the only way that you guys can find something different is if you change it to suit yourselves. On the suspension geometry, you'll be shocked to find out that it's left, 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 left. And here's where it all changes. So I've gone with 41 on the front suspension, 5 on the rear, as always, like I've said with all the other setups. And as long as you remember 41 on the front suspension, if you get understeer, by decreasing the suspension from firm to soft, you will negate some of that understeer. Not all, because on circuits like Austria that we did the setup yesterday, the circuit notoriously has a lot of understeer in cars. It just is what it is, the nature of the corners. But if you remember 41, take the rear suspension anywhere between 1 and 12, you've got a nucleus of a setup. Front anti-roll bar of 21 works really well. You could run 21-21 if you wanted, but for the sake of this setup, I've gone with 21-16. I've gone with a front right out of 21. There are bumps on the start-finish straight. There are bumps down the Brooklyn straight, I want to say, or now it's the Lando Norris stand or something. Yeah, less said about that the better. But yeah, you have to be mindful of the bumps. There is a bump as well that jumps out of you, like turn 13 in Spain, at the end of the main straight as you go around the corner. Corner names elude me, but yeah, just be careful of that one. So I've gone with a ride out of 21.55. You could run 21.54, but again, you have to be mindful of those bumps. But this is what I've gone with, and by all means, change it, make it better. Hope it helps. On the brakes, going as usual, 99% brake pressure, and I've gone with 56 brake bias on this one. Usually I'd go 57, 58, but because this is a high-speed circuit and you don't need to be on the brakes as much, 56 works really well. But again, I'm only talking to ABS off users. ABS on users, you can run whatever you like, and it would make a blind bit of difference. On the tyres, going max pressures, and yeah, this has been the Britain setup. As I said at the start, do all the good stuff, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, let me know what you think of these setups. If they're bad, if they're good, if you're indifferent, just let me know. We'd love to hear your comments. All have a fantastic day. I'll catch you in the next one. You take care, guys. Peace.